need to find a better opening.
Yep. Oh well. Shit happens, folks.
It's too late now. Too late now.
Okay. So welcome back to Painting Warhammer 40k.
Is that what we're doing?
I don't know.
I thought we were painting Kill Team.
Kill Team, 40k, same universe.
Oh my god, it is?
No. No. Not at all.
I'm so confused.
Oh shit, I forgot. This what? Okay. So me trying to open up a bottle of a shade, I just took out the entire fucking top. Anyways. Today I will be shading my stuff, my Kill Team. So I have 3 shades that I'm going to be using. First, the Tyrant Blue shade from Citadel. The Blue Tone from Army Painter. And Red Ink from Vallejo.
AKA, Neko's throwing shade today.
Always. I'm always throwing shade at people. I'm a shady bitch, as they would say.
Worst part is that's not even close to being a joke. He really is that shady.
Anyways, so since out of the 3 shades, the Citadel is a pot, I'm going to be using that first. So it's already been shaken, not stirred, but I'm probably going to stir it a little bit because this is not a martini.
You should stir martinis. Shaken martinis are fucking horrible. You bruised it on purpose.
That's the joke.
Okay. Vaughn might have been an awesome spy. He didn't know shit about martinis. Meanwhile, I'm just tossing some black on the gun. Last time around, I did the metallics. Now I'm doing the blacks.
So the Citadel shade I'm going to be using is the Tyrant Blue, which is going to be used on the armor.
Abaddon black for me. Abandoned black. Abandoned black. Whatever you want to call it.
Last time I already did shading on the metallics. So now let's do some shading on this. There we go. So, going with the drones first because they're just quick and easy to do.
I'm going with the Ultramarine first because Ultramarine. Okay, so those 3 are done.
Now let's go with the actual mini, well, the people. So there's a new indie game that came out recently that's taking the RPG sector by storm.
You're gonna have to be a little bit more specific.
Well, it's an indie RPG.
Again.
Yeah. if you're gonna let me.
Yeah, I know. I'm being a bitch.
Yeah. So it's called Clair Obscure Expedition 33.
Okay.
So in the recent years, most RPGs have been more action RPGs than anything where, like, you've played Final Fantasy Rebirth or Remaster or whatever.
Yeah.
So basically that's what the RPG scene has been like in the last few years.
Which, while it works for FF, it's not necessarily a template you should want for an entire genre.
Yeah. Like, I know that Atlas with Persona and whatnot, they've still kept it turn-based. But anyways, so Clair Obscure Expedition 33, or Expedition 33 for short.
Ah, okay. Now I've heard it. Yes, I've heard that name.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all this shit right now.
Yeah, it is taking the world by storm. It is a turn-based RPG, and the dev team is 30 people. So a team of 30 people have made this game, and it looks like a AAA budget game.
I'll always maintain that a small team of super dedicated and everybody into the idea software engineers will always be superior to the AAA throw as much manpower as you can at it, but there's no fucking passion behind it approach. Anyways, go on.
Yeah. So with this, it's basically making a lot of the AAA game company question their decisions of action RPGs. Notably, Square Enix, which hasn't made they've made turn-based RPGs, but not in the Final Fantasy, franchise in a long time. The last one they did was, I believe, Final Fantasy X and X2. Were the last true turn-based RPGs they had.
Side note, I retried playing those recently, just for nostalgia's sake, and decided they should stay in the nostalgia land. They're great stories. Go ahead and watch the story on YouTube again. Don't bother playing the game. It is unplayable by today's standards. Oh my god. Anyways, go on.
Anyways, so
sorry, I'm the tangent king today.
Yeah, but unfortunately, you be a minority in that kind of a field.
What do you mean?
A lot of people actually like playing the older Final Fantasy games.
The turn-based?
Yep.
No, that's... What do you mean I would be a minority?
So Final Fantasy X does have a very good following.
Oh, no. It's not unplayable because of the turn-based. No. Okay, don't misunderstand me. It's not unplayable because of the turn-based. I like the turn-based. It's unplayable because it is so much grinding. Just give me more XP for the few guys I kill instead of literally tossing me into a battle every 3 steps I take just for the sake of grinding and giving me XP points to develop into this admittedly amazing skill tree that you have. But it just takes needlessly so long. Just add a 0 to
So you haven't been overkilling people. That's what I'm hearing.
What do you mean?
So when you overkill an enemy, you get almost double the XP.
What the fuck is an overkill?
You basically do when you overkill an enemy. It's basically you do a lot more damage on the last hit.
That's necessary?
Yeah.
Huh.
And have you been switching out your party?
Yes.
During fights?
You could do that? I thought
Yes. In Final Fantasy X, you can do that.
Maybe I've been...
Which basically, it doesn't split the XP at all. Everyone gets the exact same amount. And if you get everyone a turn in, regardless of what they do, as long as they do something, they will get XP.
Alright, so what you're basically saying is I may have been playing the game wrong.
Yes.
Alright. Well, I mean, that would explain quite a bit. It really would. That said, in my original run through when I was like... Fucking... When did that come out? I think I was like 17?
It was in the early 2000s. PlayStation 2 era.
15, 16, 17, that kind of age for me. Yes, I'm aging myself horribly. I know.
No, you would have been younger than that.
No, because I remember when it came out, I was playing it on my brother-in-law's Xbox while
It wasn't on Xbox. It was PS2.
I played it on... Oh, no, wait, it was... Yeah, he borrowed his cousin's PS2, and we played it on that. Alright, my bad. Thanks for clearing my memory.
But yeah, so...
Anyways, go on.
As I was saying, so it's been taking over the world by storm. A lot of companies have been rethinking their methods a little bit, because I know Square Enix at one point did mention that supposedly players wanted action RPGs, which even though a lot of the fan base keeps saying no, the sales for Expedition 33 have been showing that yes, people want turn-based RPGs like the old times.
Or they just want a good fucking game. That's also a possibility.
It is.
And they'll accept mechanics that are specific to the game when it's a good fucking game. Anyways, go on.
Yeah. So premise of the story is basically you are in the Belle Epoque, France.
Okay.
Alternate universe where 67 years ago-ish, an apocalyptic event happened that split the world.
So they didn't have the cutting off of the king's head then?
That I don't know. They never actually specify when. They never specified the actual years. But it is based in the Belle Epoque style.
Belle Epoque implies they killed the king, so go on.
Yeah. Anyways, so every year, for a goddess called the Paintress appears and paints a countdown. Anyone who is over that number is erased from existence in an event called the Gommage. So Expedition 33 basically is the expedition that happens at the year 33 on the monolith that is overlooking the entire world. And basically, most of the expedition is people who are of about 33 years of age. Because the next year, they're going to be killed off regardless.
What, you're killed at age 34?
So, if you go above the number that's painted, you are erased.
Okay.
So, mind you, they never specified if you turn 34 after the Gommage happens, if you get erased or not.
I would imagine no, because it's like, hey, everybody over 33 1 year. Okay, boom, you're dead. And then the next year, everybody over 44. There's nobody. Okay, nobody dies this year.
No,
everybody gets to age.
It keeps going down. So basically, the following year is going to be 32.
Okay, that's just fucked up and cruel.
Yeah, so basically, at the first time it was 100, then started going down.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah. So basically, this team is the current expedition, which is the title of the game, Expedition 33, who go into who traverse the seas to the mainland to try and stop the Paintress.
Okay.
So along the way, they'll meet people who are on the mainland that are either from previous expeditions, either alive or dead, that they don't know, and mystical creatures called gestrels and other shit like that, all the while fighting enemies.
Oh my god, there's fighting in an RPG? How violent.
I know, eh?
Go on.
But yeah, so that's the premise of the story. They're basically trying to find a way to stop the Paintress from further painting the countdown.
I mean, I would too if I was in that situation, so I don't really blame them.
Yeah. So yeah, because at one point, you're gonna get to a number where, let's be honest, there's not gonna be anyone left.
No, exactly. It's like, hey, we'll kill everybody over 10 years old. Oh, look, nobody's gonna say that.
Yeah.
It would probably happen a lot sooner than that, unless 12-year-olds start breeding. Which, I mean,
It is possible, but
it's not recommended.
Yeah.
And let's leave that there. Let's not even open that can of worms.
Yeah.
Okay, I get the point.
But yeah, so it's been getting a lot of awesome reviews and whatnot. And it is about $20 cheaper than a AAA game.
Fucking A, indie dev for the win.
Yep.
Well, it's kind of like what was that cat game from last year, Stray?
Yep.
It's like 8 hours of game time if you want to speedrun it, and 13 hours if you want to totally complete it. So it's a small game, so we're only going to charge $35. But god damn it, was that game a masterpiece, man.
Yep.
Didn't need to be 100 hours long. 8 hours was a masterpiece. Anyways. We don't require big, long, eternal fucking games. We just require good ones. That's all.
Not just that. It's like if you're gonna charge us 80 to $100 for a game, they're that $80 to $100 needs to be worth it.
Yes.
Because I'm sorry, but 40 hours for $80, that is not a lot. That is not good value.
No. $2 an hour of game time, not great value. Unless it's a highly replayable game.
Yeah. But even then.
Yeah. No, my favorite type are like the future RPGs. Like the Mass Effects and shit like that.
Yeah, so sci-fi.
Yeah. Sci-fi RPG. Or Skiffy? Yeah, that's it. Skiffies. I like Skiffies.
You like skivvies?
That's not what I said.
That's what I heard.
Skiffy. Yo, I found this game shop on my way home from work.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't get me wrong, I like the local one down the highway from our place.
Yeah.
But this one here, not nearly as big. A lot of a smaller, closer vibe.
Mm-hmm.
But they're like, they do a lot of online stuff as well. So like they do have an eBay presence and stuff like that. And they don't just do Warhammer, they do literally everything that's plastic. So like they do Gundam, they do anime miniatures and shit like that.
Okay.
Like display pieces and shit.
Yeah.
And they just do regular miniatures and models and stuff like that, and they do the Warhammer. And they've got literally every line you can think of in the store for paints and accessories. They're pretty great.
Nice.
And unlike the local one here, which I still like because they're a great play-in store, they're not great on giving advice on how to play the game and what's good right now and what's not. This one that's on my way home, one of their dudes is so into Warhammer that you can literally ask him for advice on any faction, and he will legit go, alright, well, what are you looking to do? This, and this? Alright, cool, so you're actually going to want a couple of these, and a couple of those are going to be nice. Those are generally nice, but probably not necessary for what you're looking for. And it's like, oh, shit, this guy actually knows what he's talking about.
Nice.
And like they've got a couple of those, and they've just been super helpful for helping me assemble my list for my guard army.
Mm-hmm.
That I think I'm just gonna get the rest of my guard army stuff from them. Now I've also counted up the points for my guard army.
Yep.
And I'm at like 1,500 points already. So I don't need to make that many more purchases, but yeah, I'd like to like get my Ogren and get my regular Deathcore guys and stuff like that from them. Bit of appreciation for the helping out type thing.
Nice. Oh yeah, I'm loving this blue on this.
Can I see? Yeah, it does give it much deeper to the neon while still keeping that saturation. And then once you re-highlight with that neon, it's going to look even better.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I like it. For anybody looking here, he's adding that shade to, like, give me an unshaded one.
Here we go.
So like this is just the neon guy, and this is the shaded neon guy. Anyways. Gracias.
Okay. Yeah, you'll have to tell me where it is afterwards.
What is?
Where the store is.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I will. Once we're off stream. No need to dox ourselves. But yeah, the Asian dudes that run the store know their shit. He's either Japanese or Korean, I'm not sure either one. But he owns the store with his mom.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of cute because it's like in his 60s, mom still knows her shit about minis. But you could tell that it's really like her kid's passion project, and she's decided to go along with it, and it turned into a successful business. So she's still like, yeah, this worked. All right, we're cool. We're good. It's kind of cute because she's in there every once in a while, and she's pretty decent, but like the guy that runs the store and like one or two of his top guys all really, really know their shit to the point where I'm straight up impressed.
Nice.
Yep. She made me laugh a couple of times. I'm like, I'm impressed you know this much about this stuff. And she's like, well, it is my store after all.
It does help. It does help to learn about your products.
Yep. And not just be the financial backer. Although, like, nothing would have stopped her from just being the financial backer and backing her kid. Because, like, I'm 90% sure that's what's going on. It's nearly very clearly what's going on. And like, hey, that's a fun, like, no issues with that whatsoever. Fun, start your business and your passion however you want. That's great. And the fact that you've got a supporting parent that wants in on the business at the same time is even freaking better. Like, anyways, rant over. Me.
Alrighty.
Our regulars aren't on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we are on a day early after all.
Yeah.
I mean, they were from the birdhouse, so maybe they're just not a fan of us Eastern Canadians.
Yeah. Or they've just been busy.
Yeah, much more likely. Much more likely. I think I'm going to keep one of the stock parts of the gun
Mm-hmm.
reflective of the chapter color. So like where the magazine butt comes in,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to keep that to the same color as the chapter.
Okay. There we go. And last but not least, the kill team leader. So yeah, so I bought 2 other shaders as well while I was over there
Okay.
for when I'm gonna be painting the fantasy minis.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's right. You and the wifey are doing the Sigmar stuff.
Yeah, we haven't had a
Or
chance.
the old world stuff.
I think it's Age of Sigmar.
Is it square bases or round bases?
Circle.
Okay, so it's Sigmar.
Yeah.
If you ever want to get into that, I did buy the launch edition. Like the Skaventide box.
Yeah.
So, what faction are you getting into?
Well, we bought the starter set Extremis. So basically, I'm doing the orcs in that one.
And she's doing what, the Stormguard?
I think so. Golden armor with
Yeah.
billowing cloaks.
Yeah, Stormguard.
Yeah.
Or Storm Eternals or whatever they're
Yeah.
called.
But yeah, so like we're just doing that box first, and then if she likes it, we'll see if she wants to branch out into another faction or keep doing that one.
Okay.
I really need to go through the storage unit to find the. What are you looking at?
Heard a noise.
Yeah, that sounded like a notification sound.
Yeah, from Discord.
Yeah, I do need to find my my old Warhammer stuff that's in the locker, storage locker. There we go. Alright, so I'm done with that shade. Now to move on to the next shade.
Which is really in ink, so that's going to be interesting because I've never worked with inks before. So you're going into.
Oh, it's either I work with that one or I do the other blue.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I could do the other blue right now. That way to let
All the blue duh. Yeah.
to get all the blue done and some of it to dry a little bit.
Yeah. Although by the time you're back to the first mini, or you're done the last mini, that first one's dry.
Yeah. Well, technically, the first meeting would have been the drone.
Pardon me.
Okay, so let's go with the blue tone shade. So that shade will go onto the skin of the Tau characters, because the two drones and the turret do not have any skin tones.
Yeah, so you can skip over those and just
Yeah.
go to the. Yeah.
There we go. Okay, so let's see. So this one is the first one. So these ones, it's mostly going to be the feet, and the leader is going to have the head to be done.
Follow the leader, follow the leader. Oh god, I'm aging myself again. So I'm on Reddit often enough,
Yeah.
and I love those posts, which I'll admit, when I started out painting, I did a few of those myself. But I love those posts of, is it okay if I paint it like this, or is it okay if I paint it like that, or is it lore friendly? And the answer for me has very easily become, always, unequivocally, yes. You want to know why? They're your toy soldiers. Paint them however the fuck you want. Period.
Yeah, I'm loving the shit on this one.
Yeah, and oh yeah, you're right. It does actually make it nice for a skin tone. And then
Yeah.
the thing is, you're gonna need to make sure that that shade only stays in the recesses when you're redoing the highlights.
So there you go. If you want to compare them.
So
That's the unshaded one.
unshaded legs, shaded legs. You can tell the recess is a little bit better on this, I think. Ah! Mine are still unshaded. I'm still basic. Because Space Marines are anything but basic bitches when it comes to colors. Detail creep is a real thing.
Detail creep.
Okay, so if you look at old Marines versus new Marines, you'll notice that there's a lot more details and doohickeys and stuff like that.
Okay, yeah.
And it's like, yeah, sure, it makes the models look absolutely amazing. Not even gonna try to deny that. It's a losing argument. The models look absolutely amazing. They look better than they did 20 years ago, or 10 years ago, or even 5 years ago, the newer models. That said, the amount of detail that gets put in them is also problematic. Because, yes, sure, it looks fucking great. It takes forever to paint. And it's shifting parts of the hobbies that you're either going to have a rush paint job that don't look as nice, because you can't do the shortcuts that you used to do with the less detailed stuff, or you need to take forever to paint an army, because like I love guys like Ninjon and Squidmar and stuff like that on YouTube, but like they're like, oh yeah, you can paint this in 10 minutes, 20 minutes tops, and I'm sorry, I'm like, yeah, maybe you can. I ain't that talented, man. At least like fucking Squidmar's admitting to like, yeah, we use these for like an hour to try them out. And it's like, oh, okay, and you only did that much of the mini. Okay, cool, I no longer feel shitty. Especially when it's a guy that's super talented. But there's other ones that just like, I love your work. You're bullshitting me on times here. You gotta be. Because like I just spent about 45 minutes just painting black on guns, and all I did was 5 guys. And I just realized I'm not even done, because I got to do the mine. Yes, buddy. Yeah, trying to get on cam, are you? Yeah, buddy. All right, get down, dog.
Boom. Okay, so next up is this guy here, who's also crouching. Let's go with this guy here.
Oh, I'm finally nearing the end of the Lord of the Rings audiobooks.
Nice.
Indie Circus does a fantastic narration.
Yeah, he does. He does have that really deep, nice voice.
No, more like he's also a voice actor.
Yeah, that helps too.
And like every character gets their own voice, and he stays consistent with all of them.
Nice.
So that's nice that way.
Yeah.
With the only kind of iffy ones being the female characters, but they're like 4 of them.
Well, a guy playing female voice is always going to sound a little bit off.
Yeah.
So.
No, but it's like if there's one one criticism that we can write to Tolkien is that he didn't write many female characters. That said, the ones that he did write had immense importance to their story. They weren't side characters.
Yeah.
Well, except for maybe Aragorn's wife. She was a side character.
Yeah.
Galadriel was not a side character. Fuck, the one who kills the King of the Nazgul.
No, Eowyn's is Aragorn's wife. So, fuck, what is her name? I forgot.
Yeah. Her. And the third one, the fourth one, I guess we have to go with Shelob. Which, again, tremendously important character.
Yep. I mean, we can't. You are forgetting the one most important character. Oh wait, you're not even done yet, so I'm not gonna say it.
No, I was. Which one did I forget?
You finished the books?
Oh, no.
Then yeah, I'm not gonna say it.
Because I know that there's the Reckoning of the Shire.
Yep.
That I know very little about, except for I know the major players. Like I know the Sackville Bagginses turn out to be major villains in the Shire. I know that. And I know that Sam gets married to the woman of his dreams.
Yep.
But that's about all I know. I am at chapter 3 of the 6th book per Tolkien, so like Sam and Frodo are walking up to Mount Doom right now.
Okay. Yeah, so you're getting there. That's the one part I hate about the Peter Jackson films is that they left out a lot in the when they were wrapping up the after Mount Doom.
I agree, but at the same time, I get where Peter Jackson's coming from.
I do. I completely do. Like, don't get me.
Let's be real here. As fantastic as of a writer as Tolkien is, he has no idea how to write an ending. Hence why there's like 35 endings in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
So it's understandable where Jackson came from on this one.
Yeah. But that's the thing, though. It's the whole Bag Ends story that was cut out from the trilogy.
Yeah.
Which I completely understand where he's coming from. Like, that would have basically been an entire mini movie to itself.
But it's like omitting Fredegar Bulger entirely from the movie. Dear God, like, yes, I agree. He's only an important part in the first of the 6 books per Tolkien, 3 books per publishers. And I imagine he plays a rather large part in the Reckoning of the Shire at the end. And Frodo would not have been, and Sam and Merry and Pepin would not have been able to escape the Shire would it not been for Fredegar Bulger's plan and him enacting such a large part in the staying behind part of the plan. But and I also get why Jackson omitted his part entirely from the movie.
Yeah.
When you're telling the narrative story of the movie, his part is not, for lack of a better word, necessary. But it was still a crime. He did Bulger dirty.
Yeah. Well, he did a lot of characters dirty.
But at the same time, it's like, if we included everything in the books in the movie, instead of being a 12-hour extended cut edition trilogy, it would be a 40-hour extended cut edition trilogy.
I don't think it would have been a trilogy. I think it would have been more like 4 movies.
Or 6, and they go by the Tolkien
But
editing.
Tolkien originally only wanted 1 book.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you're right. And then when he was asked to edit it, he put it into 6, and then the editors went, no, let's do 3.
Yeah.
Which is stupid, because they could have made so much more money with 6, but, you know.
Yeah, but at the time, you also have to remember, like, the length of books was different than what it is today.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Like the 300-page Hobbit was considered short.
Yeah. Alrighty, so let's go with the ink. Oh yeah, that's very shade-like in liquidity.
But a much brighter one.
Yeah. So, let us go with a drone and see how that looks.
Daddy, that looks terrible.
Well, you can go fuck yourself.
Why are you swearing at me, Daddy?
Because you're not a child.
Okay. And I'm just now realizing the possible connotations of that joke. Anybody watching, don't go there. He is not my daddy.
Ooh, I'm liking this.
Although, I mean, if you start paying my bills, you could be my daddy. Ooh, yeah, I do like that.
Yeah.
It amplifies the deep.
Yeah.
Here we go. You're gonna shoot.
Okay. So I'll let this drone dry. Yeah, I know, like the difference between the 2 drones, it's
Turns out the deeper colors are better.
yeah.
Yep. I like it.
Yeah. Alrighty, so before I go a little bit further in, I'll do a side project real quick. I'm gonna do an unboxing.
Oh my god!
So,
They're only 4 episodes in and they're already shilling product. Oh my god.
Yeah, so I was out today buying those shades, and I stopped at GameStop, which will be rebranded to EB Games in Canada shortly. Don't know when, but that's what it is going to be called. And I could have taken this out.
Yeah, because GameStop is now Canadian, bitches.
Yep.
Woo!
Alrighty, so they have Warhammer Heroes blister packs. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 figures that you can get. So 1 out of 7, with the chaser being this one here that we don't know, which looks. So we will see what we get.
Yeah, I've collected a lot of the 40K one of those. They're pretty awesome.
Okay. There we go. And let us see who we got. So,
Oh, nice and golden.
yeah. And it looks like we got the Ranger, which is this guy here.
Oh, that's a good one. I don't know. I don't even know what the range looks like.
Yeah. So we got the instructions on how to build it. So the Ranger is Numara Falconis.
So you start by putting the plastic in the plastic,
Yeah.
and then you apply the plastic onto the other plastic.
Yeah.
And then you finish it off by more plastic.
Yeah. So it also comes with that Exacto again. Open that up. So you got what's called the War Scrolls, which are in multiple languages.
Of plastic.
No, like literally.
I know, I'm fucking.
Yeah, because we got German, we got Japanese, and we got English.
Oh, wait. Original English or simplified?
Simplified English? The fuck?
American. You know, they remove all the U's.
Yeah. And yeah, so you got this little card here, which has a bunch of info. And you got using your fighter in games. So you can use it for Age of Sigmar and Warhammer Warcry. Okay. But yeah. So it has 2 different heads.
Which Warcry is like the Sigmar version of Kill Team.
Yeah. So you got 2 different heads. You got the helmeted one and the face one. You got a nice golden base.
That's a lot of head.
Yeah, that's what she said.
I literally set you up for that.
Yes, you did. Thank you.
You are welcome.
Yeah.
Alright. First mine. Kinda like it.
Oh, nice.
Without any shade.
Nice. But yeah, so apparently you can paint this, and this is what the final product is supposed to look like.
Cool.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I thought you were gonna take it.
Nah.
So let's put this back in the box.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
The stuff I just unboxed.
7 reference, but okay.
Okay, so while that ink is drying, it looks, yeah, definitely makes it look deeper and brighter.
Yeah. It really looks good. Did you do the turret?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I just did the one drone, then unboxed, and then.
Hey, sweetie. My cat jumped up.
But yeah, there are a few characters that in the movie are killed off a lot earlier than they're supposed to, because they are in bad hands.
Oh yeah. I know Saruman, for example.
Yeah. So they did Saruman dirty.
Well, not really. I mean,
No, it was a good. It was a. But no, his death was a bit dirty though.
his death was a bit dirty. But I get why they were doing it, because in the books, they tried to kill. Wormtongue tries to kill him that way and fails.
Yeah.
So, like, if you're done with Saruman in the movie and you're not going to be doing the Reckoning of the Shire, just have Wormtongue succeed.
Yeah.
Boom. And that's what happened. So, like, I get exactly what Jackson was doing there, and I have zero issues with it.
No, and I don't like same here. Like it, like since he's no longer relevant to the story, because he's not going to come back, unfortunately. Like,
It serves the plot better.
yeah, to have him kill off than just like being a loose end.
And it does show that Wormtongue was redeemable, which was something that Tolkien himself was trying to show, but like later. So it's like, hey, if we're still going to keep that part of Wormtongue active, then this plays out a lot better for movie purposes. So like that one I entirely got. The ones that annoy me are, and again, I'm fucking forgetting names here, but the Rohan Prince, the nephew of the king there, the one that becomes the king.
Yeah, that you see like for 30 seconds in the movie.
Yeah, he's one of like the major characters in 2 books.
Yeah. But yeah. Oh, which reminds me, when you have the time, you should look up Nostalgia Critic. He recently did a review of the 3 movies.
Okay.
And yeah, he does point out quite a few things that are like hilariously problematic or stupid.
Now, at the same time that we're criticizing this, let's also keep this in mind, that we are criticizing this while acknowledging them as masterpieces.
Yeah,
They absolutely are. But no masterpiece is without critic.
exactly.
Hell, let's take the Mona Lisa. Is it a smile or a frown? I'm sorry. Is it meant to be that way that we can't tell? If it is, that's a criticism. Or it's open to. No masterpieces are not left open to criticism. Anyways, go on.
Yeah, no. So he does. So he normally does the one movie per review kind of thing.
But he did all 3 in this case.
No. He did he did all 3 separately.
Oh, nice. Good for him.
Yeah, because let's be honest, like 9 hours to 12-hour movie in total for like a 30-minute show.
Yeah, that's fair. But I will also put this out there. I consider all 3 of them to just be one movie.
Yeah. Well, they were all shot at the same time.
Exactly. And since you can watch them in one sitting, that's okay. If you're watching the extended, it's tedious. Like even me, those being my favorite movies, I'll go, yes, 12 hours sit in one session is a bit long. A bit. Not excessive, but a bit. Some people would call it excessive. I just want to see a scene where Glorfindel meets Fuck, again, I still forget her name. Just, I want to see him go, so you're my no man, eh? Nice to meet you. Good to know I wasn't full of shit. Alright, and that's the other. Oh, wait. Yeah, I'll definitely need to give the medal a once over after this.
There we go. Oops. Boom. There we go. That turret looks awesome. Okay, now let's get to these guys.
Any plans for dinner tonight?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Not really.
Alright.
My wife and kid are out for today.
I was debating whether or not I wanted to make pierogies or wanted to go to the local pub.
Okay.
Would not mind the company if you're willing to go to the local pub.
Yeah, I mean, we can definitely go do that. Like I said, I don't really have any plans, so.
There we go.
Oh yeah, that armor looks awesome.
I've been thinking of getting the 4th edition starter kit for Kill Team,
Mm-hmm.
which is a 7-man Space Marine team,
Mm-hmm.
a 7-man Death Guard team, so Chaos Space Marines,
Mm-hmm.
and some MDF terrain
Okay.
that you could play in the same like setup as like what we've got with the Hive Storm.
Yep.
I don't care much for the MDF, but the 2 kill teams for $120 thing kind of attractive.
Yeah, that is a good price.
And I'll admit, I started off Warhammer as a never Space Marine guy because I hate the default factions. Don't give me default. I hate default. But fuck if they're not fun to paint. Like, they're really fun to paint. And they're easier to paint than my orcs. Because they're not as, like, nonsensical in their build. If that makes any sense.
Oh. Oh, yeah.
Because orcs don't care if it looks good. Does it work? Yes. Cool. Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
sliding me aisle.
Yeah, that looks good.
So, comparison. Inked, not inked.
Ink looks good.
Yeah. I mean, it looks good as a shader for sure.
One of the guys I watch on YouTube
Yep.
really likes to use umber or dark amber or umber
Yeah.
ink as like an ager on top of his.
Oh, I can see that. Yeah. Yeah, for weathering effects, yeah, that
Exactly. Yeah. A thin down umber, dark umber ink, and a non thin down one for horns on beasts and like helmets, and because like orcs like to have horns on everything, right?
Yeah.
So it's like he puts the tips in dark umber and they look really fucking awesome, like if they're aged.
Phrasing.
Wait, how is that phrasing?
Made them look aged. I don't know.
I mean, it might be phrasing if you're like Dr. Disrespect or something.
Pretty much. Or Jared. Funny how twice Subway had a spokesperson that ended up being inappropriate with minors.
Wait, twice?
Yeah.
Was Dr. Disrespect one of their spokesperson?
Yeah.
When?
Right before you started getting canceled.
I never even saw a single one of those ads.
Well, yeah, because we're not in the States.
Fair. But like we saw hundreds of Jared ads.
Yeah, because Jared was...
Their international spokesperson, which is funny because everybody that went to college with him after all of that came out went, yeah, we knew he was a smut peddler in college. Had they bothered doing any type of background check and speaking to anybody who knew him, they would have known too.
Yeah, but there's a difference between a smut peddler and diddling kids.
Yes. Well, but when you're peddling smut that involves kids...
Yeah, but that's the thing. If they knew in college that he was smut, doing kid stuff...
No, they didn't. They knew he was doing porn stuff.
Yeah, that's the difference.
Yeah, yeah.
Because they probably didn't care about regular porn.
No. They likely did not.
Because hell, even Stallone did porn.
Yeah, but like softcore porn, you didn't even see his dick. I didn't look it up. What are you talking about?
Wasn't he named the Italian Stallion in it, though?
Something like that. Man needed to pay his bills.
There's no shame in that.
Hell, I'd say there's more shame in what he's doing now than what he was doing then.
I mean, Tulsa King is pretty good. Shame I don't think they haven't made any other seasons of it.
My phone just died. My stream is done!
You want me to pass you the charger?
Nah, I'm good.
Technical difficulties for the beard, everyone.
It's okay, now I can actually stop painting for the camera and just start painting for me.
Oh, so you haven't been doing both?
No! But I'll admit it's because, like, I run through waves between really liking video games and can't standing them. And right now I'm going through a really liking them. Like, Oblivion came out, and I'm enjoying playing that, even though I keep on starting new characters. I think I finally have one that I like. A Breton custom class assassin with a touch of illusion magic to him.
Okay.
I'm liking the illusion magic because I'm going to be a sneak assassin, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, to me, it makes sense that, like, I make something appear over there. I make a sound make over there. To me, that makes perfect sense. So that's a custom class I did. I gave the dude red eyes, so it's clear that he's evil from the get-go. And a big bushy beard. You saw him. I shared him to you on...
Yeah, on Messenger, yeah.
Yeah. I kept the bald one with the beard. And I called him Le Mort. Le Mort. So, yeah, I think I'm sticking with him. And I'm really enjoying Oblivion right now. I'm about to go into Kvatch and become the hero of Kvatch, which is I heard so many stories about that particular mission being so fucking iconic. So, like, I'm really enjoying that. Later on this month, the Doom prequel comes out.
Yep.
And I am really hyped about that one. Like, I literally got myself a Microsoft Game Pass account for those two games. I'd rather pay $15 a month than pay $60 individually for them. So... because I've always been a PlayStation and PC guy, so I've never found the need for Game Pass.
Yeah.
But yeah, that fills the need for a Game Pass. Anyway, so yeah, like right now I'm really enjoying video games, so just about the only painting I'm doing is with you.
Oh, fair enough.
I'll also admit I'm waiting for my contract to be up next month.
Yep.
Because right now it looks like I'm going to be unemployed as of the second week of June.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got almost enough points for a 2,000-man army. All I'm missing is an extra round of Krieg regulars, which they've finally come back in stock, so I'm going to pick those up this week.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like 2 boxes of Ogrins, although I'm only going to use one, and like I'm going to build one as Ogrin and one as Bulgrins, which are basically smarter Ogrins because they've had a chip put in their head.
Yeah.
Or magnetize them so I can run them as both. And then I'm going to buy one of each tank. Like, I've already got the Hellhound. I'm going to get a Lehman Russ and a Rogel Dorn.
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm going to have, like, at that point I'll have the 2,000 points. I'd like a couple of other things. Like, I've only got one walker. I'd like the second.
Okay.
So it's like I gotta spend like $300 more on models.
Yeah.
And then come my contract being over, I think I'm going to paint the entirety of my guard army in one go. So, like, assemble all of it, and then paint all of it with one scheme. And it's like, okay, sure, there's some stuff that's going to need to go individual, because it's like, all right, well, I have these 10 horses, and nowhere else in my army am I going to have horses. So, like, those horses are going to be painted individually, but the soldiers on top of them are going to be obeying the same paint scheme as the rest of the army and whatnot. So yeah, I think I'm looking forward to that as a project in June, should my contract not be renewed. Maybe have a little bit of fun with that. Maybe even pick up a cheap airbrush off of Amazon or Temu or something.
Nice.
And just paint it and have fun with it. So no, right now I'm not painting a lot because I'm anticipating painting a lot later. So I'm taking it easy right now in order to not burn out on anything.
Well, fair enough. There we go.
I'll also admit I'm not as inspired by my orcs as I used to be.
Mm-hmm.
So until I am inspired by them, I don't really want to... Like, I don't want to paint uninspired work.
Yeah.
So it's like, I've got the boxes there. I'm going to eventually go in I'm in an orky, chaosy mood one day again. I can wait until then. No need to rush or force anything. At least that's my take on it. And I don't think it's a particularly bad one.
No. You don't want to burn out on shit.
Yep. Because I very nearly burnt out on the hobby last year. Like, I love that Stampa, but that thing nearly burnt me out. And I think I might want to sell that Skaventide box on eBay someday. Because it sounded like a great idea to get into Age of Sigmar with the new box.
Yeah.
I haven't really opened it since I got it. I haven't touched it. I really like the idea of the Skaven. But at the same time, it's like, I got two 40k armies. Can I also financially and time-wise support one Skaventide army, never mind the two that are in that box?
I mean, you'd have to get a better job.
Yeah. Or we could eventually do the Skaventide box on here and you buy the Stormcast Eternals from me.
Yeah.
That could always work. Like, legit, that could work if you're down. We could eventually do that.
Yeah, we can look into it down the line.
Yeah. Although, like, let's be real here, we're never going to run out of stuff to paint.
Yeah, because after these guys, I have my three battle suits to do.
Yep. I think that's when I'm going to do my Orc Commandos.
Yeah.
Or my Rekka crew. Although we also still need to finish the terrain.
Yeah.
Which looks cool, but it's so fucking tedious. Oh my god. Some people love to do terrain. Nope. I ain't one of them. Give me the minis. Let somebody else handle
I mean, to be fair, the terrain that we have isn't really paint friendly compared to others.
And okay, so detail creep.
Yeah.
Exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah.
There's not a square millimeter on that thing that's not marked by something. Ugh. By the way, you are way off camera right now.
You think I was readjusting myself for a moment when you looked?
I'm feeling like the pub steak wrap for dinner.
Nice.
It's either them or Subway. The only difference is like $5 on the price, but with the pub I also get a salad with it that I don't get at Subway, and the pub serves beer.
Oh, fair enough. I know I had Subway for lunch. Yeah, because basically I left to go to the mall, took the train to it.
Okay.
Arrived at the mall around 5 to 10. So spent maybe 30 to 40 minutes total at the mall. Got myself a coffee, then headed back.
I tracked one of the 7 circles of hell. The Costco parking lot on a Saturday morning. Anyway, go on. Sorry.
Yeah, so then stopped at the Ghetto Mall for Dollarama because I need to buy some cards.
Magic. Got it.
No. No, Mother's Day cards, because unfortunately, it's hard to go out when you don't have a car and you have a toddler.
Dude, you were at a mall with a Hallmark. Oh no, you went to the Ghetto Mall, not the big ass mall. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I wouldn't have had the time otherwise.
Fair enough. I've never gotten the point of cards.
Yeah.
Then again, I've also never gotten the point of most niceties. Like, it took me until my late 20s to really understand manners. So...
Well, for a very long period of your life, you were introducing yourself. Hey,
no.
X, I'm an asshole.
Shut up.
Hi, I'm X, I'm an asshole.
Okay, so it wasn't a long period. It was a couple of years in my 20s when I was misguided. We've all done dumb shit we look back and cringe. That's just one of mine. That fair?
Yeah.
Do you want me to start bringing up your cringe-worthy shit?
It's not as cringe as you.
Get out of my apartment.
Mwah.
No, seriously, get out. Not even reacting. Doesn't believe me for even half a second.
Because of the tone of your voice, I knew you were not serious.
Yeah, you've seen me serious and mad. It's not that tone that you get.
There you go.
You're lucky if you can comprehend what's coming out of my mouth when I'm mad.
Yeah, it's a mix of Donald Duck and Yosemite.
I want to be mad at that, but it's accurate. He's not wrong. You son of a bitch. My dog's getting some leather. Yes, bud. Yes, bud. Alright, so the guns look like guns. The Marines are starting to come up.
The Marines start looking like dog barks. Got it.
Player wants to go out. That sounds like it wants to go out to me. Okay. Enough. I got it. We're going out. Sheesh. I'll be back.
Sounds good.
But honestly, I think I'm done for today.
Yeah, I'll finish these two and with the ink and then call it a day.
Alright. So by the time I'm back, you'll be done.
Probably.
Alright, cool. Oh. Maybe put this on. Keep my pants up.
Is this closed properly?
Let me see.
Oops.
No. Definitely not.
Yeah. Yeah, it's that little pin in the back that was making me go like, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
it's because. Okay, hold on. Is this pin here?
Yeah.
Needs to be on the other side of it. There you go. Now it's closed properly.
There we go.
See? The pin's got to be on the outside of it.
There you go.
Oh
Yeah.
shit, it's still early.
Yeah, it's like a quarter to 3. I mean, we could look into another place.
No, early dinner sounds good, honestly.
Yeah.
And then I can just play Oblivion until I pass out.
There you go. I'm probably gonna go play Astrobot at home.
So what?
Probably gonna play Astrobot at home and stream that a little bit.
Ooh. Hell, it's nice enough that I might want to do a patio beer.
Yeah, if their patio is open, yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah. Bring Taz. They love him there.
There you go. Alrighty. Yeah, got 2 guys left. So this one here and the squad leader. get that nook and cranny over here. God damn. Go. And final guy, our team leader. And there we go. Whatever. Alrighty, well, my guys are done. So we've applied the shades to all of the guys. So next time it's going to be highlighting. And yeah, so I'm going to end it here since unfortunately the beard's phone died. And we're going to be going out because it's perfect weather for a patio beer. And on that note, we'll see you next time. Next week, I am not going to be in on Sunday, so I'm not sure when that. But it is a long weekend, so if you have any plans, I hope that you guys have fun. And yeah, I'll probably stream a little bit later on today as well with Astrobot. So have a good one, guys. Bye.